Okay. Hello. So, this is gonna be the actual first video. I posted an introduction like 30 minutes ago, and the first thing I'm gonna be doing on this channel for crypto is gonna be TJR's bootcamp. I already watched the first episode called Take Action. He basically is just talking a lot about that we actually have to do something and that just watching his videos won't be enough, which I completely understand. I've seen people talk a lot about some ICT guy and this and that, but I've checked out his channel and his videos are, in my opinion, way too long. And I just don't want to waste so much time just watching videos when I can probably just try to learn on my own and do it faster. And so I watched his Candlesticks episode. This is the second one, like a few times, and I haven't really understood it yet, but I'll try to do it right now, and we'll watch it together and try to do what he says in the homework after with actual crypto. The thing is, I'm not sure what I want to trade. Do I want to trade stocks or futures or forex or what? I've heard a lot of good stuff about futures, so that's probably what I'm going to be trading. But the thing I don't understand is if his bootcamp is made for futures, but we'll figure that out later. Anyways, let's begin with the second episode.
So, these are two candlesticks, okay? Let's say... Bro, how do I...
I'm not sure if you guys can see everything, but you should be able to. Maybe not his face, but no, I don't really think that's important.
Whatever.
There we go.
Anyways,
So
okay.
good now.
Ready? So we have two candlesticks. Let's dude, I wish I could color this thing. Okay, ready? This one is going to be a down candle. So I'll color it in like this. Actually, that looks terrible. Forgive me. We're going to make this... Oh, here. I'm so stupid. Here.
Okay, so I've watched all of this, and he basically just talks what candlesticks are, but we can watch it again.
This is an up candle. Cool. Okay, so we're going to do a quick overview of what these candlesticks represent, what the open and the close represents, what the body represents, and what these little wicks that they leave behind represent. Okay, so first of all, understanding candlesticks. Okay, we need to understand what time frame we are. There are so many little different time frames up here that I'm scrolling through, right? 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 7, 8, whatever. Okay. And if you're very new, you're probably saying, well, what do those things mean? That represents the time that it takes for the candlestick to close. Okay, so if we are on the 5-minute chart, which we are on currently, if one of these, let's just say this is an actual candlestick within the chart, one of these candles, this candle represents 5 minutes of price action, of price movement, okay? And the reason why these candlesticks are so beneficial is because we can read and see exactly what price did within those 5 minutes with just this one candlestick, okay? Oftentimes, I can even...
I'm gonna speed it up a little bit, like, in general, because I can understand it, and I think it's fine.
Be able to understand and pretty much just guess what is going on 1 minute structure just purely based off of a 5-minute candlestick or 2 5-minute candlesticks. And once you get good at this, you'll understand how to do that as well. But, okay, we're on the 5-minute time frame. One candle represents 5 minutes of price action and market movement. Okay, so when we see a green candle or a bullish candle, okay, we see that it goes up and it ends right up here. Okay, green means boom, price went up, right? Everyone knows a green candle means up and a red candle means down. So in this instance, price opened right here where the body of the candle starts, and it closed at that 5-minute mark right here. Okay, so boom, right here's the open, and boom, right here's the close. Okay, put this thing down. Oh, oops, shrink. The close and the open. Cool. Okay, now what do these little wicks that are left behind mean? That shows where price went during that 5-minute duration of time, okay? But it never ended up closing there. It just shows where price went, right? It left a little snail trail, okay? It's like you take a shit up here. That means within this 5-minute candle, yes, it didn't close up here, but price moved up to this point, okay? And then same thing with here, okay? Down here was the lowest price point that price went within these 5 minutes. So now we know, okay, this is the highest point it went to, and this is the lowest point it went to, okay? Same exact thing on a bearish candle, okay? Just slightly different, okay? Instead, the open is up here, okay? And the close is down here. Okay, so the close on a bearish candle is lower, obviously. The open on a bearish candle is higher. Okay, remember, oops. And again, right up here is the highest point that price was able to go to, okay, and down here was the lowest point that price was able to go to. Perfect. Candlesticks fucking simplified by TJR. Now we can get rid of this bullshit. Okay, now we are going to talk about candlestick patterns, and I know what you're going to say. You're probably going to say, whoa, TJR. Whoa, 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 whoa. What the fuck? I thought you hate candlestick patterns. I do. I hate the candlestick patterns that are based off of mountaintops, fucking W's, head, shoulders. That shit is BS. I also hate candlestick patterns. I really hate every single candlestick pattern that contains more than 2 candles. The only candlestick patterns I like, because they can actually show you price action and dictate where price is going to go, are the single candlestick patterns. Okay, so let's look up, if this thing will load, candlestick patterns cheat sheet. Hopefully this pulls up the single candlesticks. Okay, good. It has some of them on this. All right. Let's pull this thing up and let's zoom on in. Okay, so, first of all, we don't give a fuck.
I wanted to talk about this. I'm not. He says they're bullshit and stuff, but to be honest, I mean, if they're real, I can try and test them out. I mean, I'll look through the charts later on my free time, or I might even record it and try to search for stuff like this and see if it actually happens, and where it happens and stuff. He talks a lot about actually sitting at the chart and looking at it yourself and looking at what's gonna happen, and I think that's a really important thing that I also want to do. So yeah, I'll see what I'll do later though.
Fuck about this entire top row, okay? I also don't give a fuck about anything in here. Anything from here and below. I only care about dojis, long-legged dojis and dojis are the same thing, okay? Cross dojis and inverse cross dojis, dragonfly dojis, hammers, okay? Those are the only things I care about, okay? Just this row. Forget about all this bullshit. This is garbage, okay? No, we don't give a fuck.
I'll write this down just in case. I need a pen. No, this is a fucking pen. What? I swear I had a pen here last night. I was writing stuff down. What the fuck? Okay, this one might work. It's not working. Okay. What about this one? No, what the fuck? Come on. Okay, it doesn't matter. I'll just write it with my pencil. So, I'll start by writing down these, and trying to understand, I guess. So, dojis are small candles that have a really small body. Long-legged dojis, he said they're the same, so I guess we'll just listen to him. The cross dojis, okay, I mean, not really sure what they mean, but I'll just write them down for now, just so I know. I saw a lot of people in his comments writing down notes, so I might copy them into my description. I won't write them down specifically, but I'll read them and write them down in the description. Cross and inverted cross dojis, and then hammers. Oh, dragonflies as well. Okay. No, a dragonfly and a gravestone. Okay, what? And then hammers. Okay, let's write those down. And a hanging man, okay. And a hanging man. And then inverted hammer, he doesn't talk too much about that. But yeah, this is what I don't write that pretty, but that's not the point. I wrote it down, and yeah, we can continue now.
Alright, just focus on this row right here, okay? And why are we going to be talking about this? Okay, it's because these candlesticks are showing price action. It's showing where price rejected and where it didn't, okay? So, if, I can honestly just find these on the chart. I don't know why I pulled that up. But with a candle, this is just like a perfect example. With a candle like this one, right? We see price opens right here. It doesn't go low, right? It pushes all the way up to this point, but then closes down here. Okay, this candle is essentially saying to me, okay, we have strong bulls, but not strong enough to close. Not strong enough to close all the way up here, or here, or here, or here. We left a fat-ass wick up here, meaning it was not strong enough to close above whatever was residing above here. And more than likely, it was taking this liquidity. Okay? So.
I don't really understand what liquidity, fair value gaps are, but I hope he'll explain all of that later. Yeah, he will, so yeah.
Right? We knew that price pushed up, closed still bullish, but there was weakness because it couldn't finish out this candle, right? Now, let's find another example, okay? Right here. Okay, similar situation, but with a doji. Usually dojis, which are just small bodies of candles, okay? So when a candle looks like this,
I zoomed in a bit so you guys can see it.
Okay, it's usually small body, long wicks, or just small body of a candlestick in general, okay? Looks like this. Okay, something like that of some sorts, okay? Probably not that long of wicks, but you know what I did. You know what I'm getting at. Anyways, dojis are great because they can show us indecision in the market and indecision with a bias in one direction. Okay, so when we see this bearish doji, right, we're obviously not taking a trade off of this, but we need to be able to read the candlesticks, right? These are these small things that intuition can build, that experience builds by being able to see and read these candlesticks. When most people aren't able to do that, most people are saying liquidity was select, we broke structure, but you guys can't even read these candlesticks. You don't even understand what these are saying to you, and they're telling you a lot of information. Okay, so this candlestick in particular, right, we see, boom, big sell-off down here. Okay, and then we get to this candle. Okay, we get long wicks to the downside, but not a full body close, right? We don't see a big body close to the downside. It means we're losing bearish momentum. Okay, and as you can see, we did lose it. We start consolidating, pull up a little bit higher, and then nothing fucking happens after that. Right, so we lost bearish momentum with this candle. We can see that through the long wick to the...
Sorry for cutting it off, but there's two types of momentum, I think, bearish and bullish. Bearish means it's going down, bullish means it's going up. Like, wait, let me zoom it out. Right here, if you can see, I think this is like very bullish, and then, and this is consolidation when it goes like this, I think. And then this was bearish, and then it's consolidation again. That's as far as I've understood for now.
The downside, and then it failing to close lower in a regular size candle, right? This is a doji. This is showing indecision within the market. Okay? Again, right, we see the long extension of a wick to the upside, all right, showing that, hey, you know, we pushed all the way up here, but we failed to close above here, right? We failed to close above these price points, and then what happened? We fell, okay? But this is not something you take a trade off of. This is just slowly learning and understanding, okay, these candlesticks and what they're trying to tell you. Okay, let's go over to gold. Gold can give us some great momentum, some great volume, and also shows us some great candlestick patterns, okay? Let's go to the daily.
Okay, yeah, the three main like types of what do I call them? Crypto or forex or whatever, I think are gold, S&P 500, and Nasdaq. I'm not sure what S&P 500 and Nasdaq are. Gold is obviously gold. But yeah, I've seen Nasdaq and S&P a lot in a few videos from TJR, like trade recaps and that stuff, so that's why I'm even mentioning it.
Where are we at? Okay. Right here. Okay, this is a great example, okay? We push up, we come down. Okay, yes, we formed a bullish doji, right? This is a doji candle. However, right, we failed to push up completely. Yes, we see strong rejection to the downside, and yes, we do see closures to the upside. Okay, this is why we cannot be taking trades purely off of candlestick patterns, because this is only one confluence. Okay? Yeah, we see, boom, super strong rejection to the downside with this wick, and then we close bullish still, right? But we're in a downtrend. We are continuously breaking structure to the downside.
Okay.
Okay, so that's an example of where we can't let our bias get lost in these patterns. Okay, these are very, very minimal in what you need to trade, but it is good to understand and to know and to learn these. If you don't know them already, they're fairly simple. You really just have to know, right? A fucking strong close, which is what literally a regular candlestick looks like to you. So like this candle, for example, is just a strong close, right? It's full. It's full. It has not a high wick to the upside. If anything, a high wick to the upside on this candle would be even more of a reason for it to be a strong close. And then also, right, the wick to the downside is fairly small, again, compared to the body, right? So we had a move to the downside, and we were able to close and continue down, right? And it wasn't just a wick to the downside and then a move back on up.
Okay, so as far as I'm seeing, I'm not sure if you can take trades off of this, but every time there's a strong close, like a bullish or a bearish one, it continues like further. Like for example, I'm not sure if you can see. Okay, I'll point at it with my finger. Can you see like this? One strong, then boom, 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 and then strong. Okay, well this is just consolidation, I think. But then another strong close, and then boom, and then every time there's one to the downside, it keeps going down a bit. And then, yeah, I don't really know where I'm going with this, but yeah, I'm just trying to make sense of what I'm actually looking at and try to figure something out. So if I just yap a lot, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to figure it all out.
Showing weakness. Okay, let's just keep going through and spotting these on the chart.
Nope, my window.
Okay, again, right, this candle is a great example of something where like we see liquidity get swept in almost like a confirmation candle. Okay, right? We see this long wick to the downside. Price at one point, remember guys, we have to understand that price was opened here. So at one point in time during this week, price was literally a big red candle
Damn.
from this point down. Right? Everyone probably thought this shit is going to the floor. Right? Because, and this is where like your headspace can get fucked up, because people get so caught up in the candle that's forming and not the candle that has formed. Okay?
Oh.
We can only make bias and decision on candles that have formed, not candles that are forming. Okay? That's why we always wait for a close for a break-of structure. Right? We have to wait for that candlestick to close because, right, it's not an actual candle until price action is done within, you know, whatever time frame that we're on. Okay, so this candle, for example, we get a strong rejection to the downside, right? Price pushed all the way down here, but then nope, was able to, first of all, opens down here, comes all the way down here, and then rallies all the way back up to this point and closes up here. That is a very, very strong bullish candle, right? We see massive wick to the downside, tiny wick to the upside, meaning it literally closed almost as bullish as it could have, right? On most bullish candles, you're going to get some sort of wick, and on most bearish candles, you'll get some sort of wick to the top side or to the downside. But when it closes so fully like this with a strong rejection to the downside, that is telling you that's telling you 1,000 words, right? That candle is telling you exactly where price wants to go. Okay, what does price end up doing? Rallies higher, takes out these highs, etc. Okay, so this is all that I want you to do for today. I know today, boring as shit. Boring as hell, you're probably like, what the fuck? But, right, we're starting from the beginning, we're starting from a clear slate, okay? Trust me, we're going to bring you guys up with this, and it'll get going a lot quicker than you think. Okay, so, all that I'm asking you to do is get on whatever chart you trade, okay? Whether it's SPX, GU, GJ, whatever, okay? Get on whatever pair that you trade, okay? Get on whatever pair that you trade and just spot these and see how market reacts. Like literally just being on this chart, I can see two. Boom. Massive wick rejection to the downside. Still not a good close, but what happens next? We do get a full bullish close. Boom. Rallies. Takes out these highs. Right? Okay? Similar to this, right? We have a doji.
Then it went back down. But then this... I'm not sure if you could take trades off of that. You probably could though, who knows?
Long wick to the downside, bullish close right here to the upside, right? We can use these two in confluence together. right? We have this full candle and then this doji with a big wick to the downside showing rejection after several weeks of being down, right? We can show exhaustion.
Oh, this is a weekly
dojis,
chart.
okay,
Oh, damn,
then we get,
okay.
boom, closure to the upside, price rallies, takes out these highs.
I wasn't paying attention.
All that I want you to do, again, strong wick to the downside, full close, rallies. So all that I want you to do is choose whatever pair you trade, okay? And just look for these and see how price reacts off of these certain price points, okay? Find at least 10 examples, okay? This is your homework, all right? Find at least 10 examples of these doji candlesticks, okay? Understanding wicks within the market, right? There's a saying, wicks don't lie, and I literally think there's someone that teaches on like YouTube or Instagram named Wicks Don't Lie. I may be wrong though. Maybe Fibs don't lie. I don't know. But wicks do not lie. Wicks and candlesticks tell the whole story, okay, of price action. No, we do not care about a fucking mountaintop. Look how that shit played out. Fucking horribly, right? You got stopped out. We don't give a fuck about mountaintops. We care about price action, okay? And that is what we are going to be studying this entire course.
Don't mean to be rude, but this looks like it would hit if you bought there. Okay.
So, with that being said, that's your homework, okay? Very, very short lesson today, but essential, okay, in you know, slowly gaining that fucking market experience that I know you guys need and want, okay? And honestly, these are going to be the lessons that are more important for you guys because this is shit that you guys probably brushed over and don't think about too often. So, homework is find 10 examples of this. Homework is find 10 examples of this on your own pair, on your own chart that you trade, okay? Take screenshots of it, fucking label them, do whatever you need, but...
Okay, I'll do just that. I'll go here. Pictures, crypto day one. And yeah, so the thing I wanted to trade at least was, I don't know how to remove this. Was gold, because I think it's like I've seen, let's see, USD, and like all of these charts look the same if I'm correct. Yeah, so I've heard stuff like depending on your broker, forex stuff changes or whatever, and I was like, what? But I mean, yeah, so we're supposed to find 10 doji wicks and like, okay. And I'm not sure if this is it, but yeah, these dojis, this looks like a pretty strong close, and then also do the same thing to the other side. Like, yeah, this is crazy. So it opened up here and it went all the way down here, even going below. Okay, what? Yeah, it went really low. When I'm doing stuff like this, I'll probably be keeping my face out because I just want to focus on what's in front of us. Let me see how I can place my camera so you guys can actually see this correctly. There's some light outside, so that might, okay. I think you guys might not be centered well, but it should be fine. Yeah, it's fine. But yeah, this is pretty crazy. This even broke like this. I've heard some stuff about like higher highs, higher lows, and that stuff. So it broke this, and then it closed up here, and then it went boom. But like, and yeah, that happened here as well, but then it went down again. But for example, this was pretty crazy as well. This was okay, it was like hours of time anyways. I'm not sure what time frame I should be looking at, but I'll just go to the 1 week chart. Okay, what the fuck? Because that's what TJR was talking about in his thing. Okay, it's literally just filled with dojis, but it's still climbing and climbing and climbing. Maybe I won't do weekly, maybe I'll do daily. It's still the same thing. Well, I mean, yeah, we see what he was talking about. We see a doji that like has big wicks and then a strong close and then it continue going up. So I think that's a pretty good example. I mean, I'll take a screenshot of that. I'm not really sure if I understand what I'm supposed to be. Wait, actually, I'll just mark it out. How do you draw on here? Is there like a brush? Oh, there is. I'm trying to figure out how to like actually draw stuff on here, so give me a sec. That's not important right now, but yeah. I think that's a pretty good example. I mean, it went down really deep. Okay, let me save this. Where is the... There we go. Okay, save that. How can I delete these? There we go. Right. Okay, how do I stop trying? Okay, let's go. I'll try moving down to a smaller time frame, maybe like 1 minute, and see what's happening. I'm not really sure, as I said, what time frame I should be taking trades on, but for example, I think this is a perfect example of what he was talking about. It's market, what did he call it? Let me see.
We up here, but we failed to close in particular, right? We see boom.
Okay, it was something like market, whatever. And then it had a strong close, and then it continued going up, and then a strong close again, and then it continued going down, and then again. I think this is a perfect example of what he was talking about. Of course, this last candle hasn't even formed yet, but it opened here and it's been, looks to be going up, I guess. Actually, let me mark it out. And then we had another strong close. And I want to back up. Okay, this might look a little funny, but as long as I understand, and the viewers that might be watching this, I think it's okay. This looks a little stupid, but I hope you all understand what I'm trying to... show, what I'm trying to actually like see with this. I think this was a pretty nice example of what he was talking about. But yeah. You see, there is a lot of volume, a lot of stuff like, whoa, like why did this was a 1 minute candle and it went down so much, like why, how did this happen? That's why I don't understand. Was it something like break of structure? Did market open? Did something happen? I'm not really sure. But like this just looks bad. And then we had a strong close and then it went back up again. So, but that same thing happened right here and it still continued going down and you would have gotten stopped out. So let's see, what was the difference here and here? We have one strong candle. Oh, the difference is that right after this, we had a strong can you text here? So okay, can I move this? Can I make this like another color? Let's make this like white. There we go. I'll move this. And then this was a strong. Wait. And then right after this, we had a, well, let me drag this so I can talk. We had a doji with a long wick, and then that changed price action, I think. And then that made it go up. I think actually I sort of understand this. This isn't all that difficult. I'll save this as a pretty good example. I might trade gold for like everything, but we'll see. And here as well, look, like we had dojis, and then we had a, okay, this looks weird. We had a strong push up, but it failed to close, but it was still like a strong candle, and then it continued going up. And it went up, up, up high. But let's see if that has happened anywhere else where it just rejected. Like, yeah, it happened here as well. And then it just went down. So I gotta analyze what's... Okay, so here we had a strong close. And here we only had a small doji. So I think that's... Wait, no, that's too big. Right there we had a... No, wait, that's the wrong one. Right here, right after this bullish movement, we had a strong bearish candle, and then it continued going down. And right here, we had a small doji that failed to close properly, and then it continued going up. So I think that's telling us something, and I sort of understand. I'll write this out as well. No, what the hell? Text. Strong bullish, then strong bearish, and this right here was strong bullish with small doji bearish, and it's continued going up while this continue going down. Okay, let's take a screenshot of this as well and put it in the folder. If you guys can see everything I'm doing, you should be able to. Maybe not all of the text, but I'll try to get that fixed soon. I'll try to actually get a good camera. But I hope it's at least readable. Let me see off of this. If I zoom in, maybe would it be easier? Okay, well, yeah, you can see everything like this, but I can't exactly dictate everything. Well, I mean, I'll do it for this one, I guess. So, right here, as you can see, we had a strong bullish movement, and then we had a strong close for a bearish movement, and then it continued going down. Okay, then I don't understand this, because this looks like oh wait, yeah, we mentioned that earlier. Wait, let me zoom out. So let me keep my finger right there so I know where I start. This is called the hangman. We were talking about, and the same exact thing happened. It went, wait, okay, that actually makes a lot of sense. It went up, then this hanging man, and then it went down. As it shows right here, went up, then this hanging man, and then it went down. What's wrong with my finger? It went up, then this, then down. Where is it? No way. Up, then this, then down. And then right here, so we can see there was only a strong bullish close with a small doji, bearish, and then it continued to go up. Oh, okay, that actually makes sense. I didn't think we'd see something that so soon. But yeah, it actually played out as it was supposed to. But yeah, that's what 34 examples right now. That's for sure. Maybe if I bring my thing a little closer, you guys could see it better. Let me put my camera up on something else as well. Oh, okay, yeah, now that looks a little nicer. Well, you guys don't even want to know what my setup is looking like right now. It's crazy, but okay, yeah, now you guys can probably even read everything. I'll zoom in a bit more. There we go. So yeah, we have how many examples by now? Let's see. We have 4. Yeah, okay, well, right here as well, I mean, this is... Oh wait, isn't this the inverted cross that we were... No, it doesn't really look like that, I'm not sure. Wait, no, what was it called? Candlesticks, patterns, cheat sheet. Okay. Oh, what the hell? Why can't I move this? What the hell? So fucking weird. Anyways, yeah, inverted shooting star. Okay, well, I'm not gonna try to identify that. That's not that important, but I didn't get his 10 examples that he asked, but I got 4. And I sort of understand what's happening. And I don't want to make this video like an hour long. So I'll probably continue the rest. Wait, let me zoom out. On my own. And just not record it, but still save it. Or maybe I will record it. But anyways, to be honest, I want to take a bit of a break right now, and I want to go and eat some food. But yeah, then after this...
Alright boys, welcome to day 3 of the boot camp, my free trading course, whatever it's going to last.
It's called Discipline, and I'll be watching this either tomorrow. Actually, I'll probably be watching this tomorrow because I've got to go to the gym, and I'm gonna be researching the charts more later on my own without recording. So I'll let you guys know how that goes. But for now, that was it. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.